Hello, everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel, The Movie Canon. I'm Giovanni, and this is my latest episode of the Met Report, a show about movies, entertainment, and television news. So today I'm gonna do this alone. Matthew will not be joining me today. He'll be away for a couple months, actually, during the summer, so he's not gonna be in a lot of these streams, uh, moving forward and so forth. So from the people who are in the live chat right now, I see a few people in there. Can you just let me know if the audio is okay, if you can hear me and everything? When it's live, sometimes I can't tell if there's some kind of a problem going on with the stream. So if you guys let me know if there's something wrong with the audio or the picture as well, let me know. Greatly appreciated. All right. So for this episode of the Met Report, there's a couple things here. So there is a couple of hot toy segments that I'm going to talk about. One of them is a couple weeks old. I haven't been able to do a live stream in a couple weeks, so I'm kind of backed up on that stuff. But the main thing that I'll be talking about here today is there's a report that came out earlier this week pertaining to the possibility, the high possibility, at least that's what I think, regarding Miles Morales being in the MCU or having some kind of a live action version of Miles Morales. So Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse just came out a few days ago. I watched it. I will give you guys my grade on the movie. I'm not gonna do a full-on review of the movie because a lot of people have already done it. And then I just looked at the numbers, the box office numbers for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and it opened pretty big. So for the 3-day weekend domestically, it made $120 million. In comparison, it came out, or actually, the numbers are very similar to that of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I believe that movie opened for like 118 million, 120 million around there. And actually, The Little Mermaid last weekend made around there as well. So Spider-Man Across the Universe, or Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, made $120 million and another $88 million internationally. So we have like $208 million for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse internationally just for the first 3 days. So just a little bit of news that I just looked up right now. So there you go. We have Moonstruck Money. I'm sorry, Moonstruck Mummy. Video and audio are good. Great. Thank you so much for letting me know. So let's get started with this stuff. Now, the other thing here, I am announcing a new giveaway. So for the last month, I've had two giveaways that were open Funko Pops. It was the Luke Skywalker holographic scene from Return of the Jedi. That one's already closed, and a winner has been announced. And then there's the Batman Michael Keaton from the Flash Funko. That winner has been announced as well. So now I have a new one. I might do a couple this month in June, July, around there. So I'm going to announce the first giveaway in June towards the end of this video here, towards the end of this live stream. So just so you guys know, I will be doing that. All right, so let's first talk about the first thing here. So this is the first segment for this Met Report episode. It's going to be a figures talk. I'm going to talk about this hot toy, this figure, with Michael Keaton from The Flash. And there's a new one that came out just a few days ago. Also a Batman figure from The Flash. Okay, so this one I wanted to talk about a couple weeks ago. So this was announced 10 days ago. And like I said, I haven't had a time to live stream and so forth. So I'm doing this now. It's going to be fairly brief. But so this is the one that was announced on May 25th. So it's been it's like 10 days ago or so. So this one, as you can see, the sculpt, to me, it looks like Michael Keaton. Of course, an older Michael Keaton. Again, this is from The Flash. So this looks really, really good to me. I'm a big fan of Batman. So Batman is one of my favorite characters of all time. I want to say it is my favorite character of all time regarding any movies, TV, any kind of fictional character. Batman is that guy. So when they announced this right here, and I'm not necessarily a huge Michael Keaton as Batman fan like other individuals that I know here, but I think this one looks really, really good. I haven't seen The Flash yet. I've been trying to get one of those advanced screenings for the last like 2 weeks. Every time I go in and check in for that advanced screening for The Flash, I'm always just a little late, and it's already full. I was put on the wait list like twice, but no one canceled, so I still didn't get the tickets. And then there's this DC fan event, IMAX, AMC theaters that they have on June 12th. So I'm trying to get those, but they don't have any show times for that screening yet, at least not in my area. I mean, I'm in SoCal, so I'm not sure why they don't have those show times yet, but there we go. So anyway, so we have this Michael Keaton hot toy that was announced. There's another image here, another picture here of the character. And when it comes to the details of this particular hot toy, so let me just get into that. Now, just looking at this image here, I mean, he has all this. Well, he doesn't have the Batwing, at least not yet. Maybe they'll announce it later on. But this is the figure here. So, like I said, it looks really, really good. It is the modern suit, as they're calling it. I'm not sure if they're going to announce other versions or other suits from Michael Keaton in The Flash. Like I said, I haven't seen the movie, so I can't really tell you, how many outfits, how many Batman suits he wears. But this one is called the modern suit for Batman in The Flash. So let's look at the details regarding this here. So we have here. Now, I usually just go into like the little details about the figure itself. Let me see. I always have trouble finding this here. Hold on a sec. So again, this is Hot Toys figure Michael Keaton. And hold on a moment. Okay, so this is what it has. Now, this is on the website. This is from Sideshow. So we have the authentic and detailed likeness of Michael Keaton as Batman in modern suit from the Flash movie. One newly developed Bruce Wayne head sculpt with separate rolling eyeball system, which a lot of the Hot Toy figures have now. One newly developed cowled head with separate rolling eyeball system, and 3 interchangeable lower faces, capturing the iconic facial expressions, movie accurate facial expression and skin texture. Approximately 30 centimeters tall, new specialized body with 30 points of articulation, 6 pieces of interchangeable gloved hands, including 1 pair of fists, 1 pair of relaxed hands, 1 pair of weapon holding hand. Each head sculpt is specially hand painted, like all of them are. One painted. This is regarding the costume here. So 1 bat suit with Batman logo on chest, 1 bat cape, 1 interchangeable bat cape wired structure, 1 black and metallic silver colored belt, 1 pair of black boots. Now, the original Batman, the Keaton, the belt is yellow or gold, whatever you want to call it. This one, it doesn't have like that, at least not for the Flash. It's not gold, as you can see here in this picture. So just so you're aware of that, if you wanted the Batman Michael Keaton, if you want the yellow belt, you would have to look at the 89 version, which they do have. So there's a Hot Toy version of that they just released a couple months ago, and I believe it's still available for pre-order. So this one doesn't have the yellow or gold belt. The weapons include 1 line launcher, 1 rope attached, a batarang, 2 ninja wheels. Accessories are 1 remote, 1 bomb timer, specially designed themed figure stand with Batman logo, and LED light up function, yellow light, USB powered operated. Exclusive accessory for the first edition, 1 Batman cowl with stands. So that's the Michael Keaton Batman from the Flash Hot Toy. Now I'll give you this shot right here because this is what it comes with, everything here, including the light up Batman signal or symbol that you see there. So that's the overall thing that you see there with the Batman modern suit. All right. So as far as the price, so as a lot of you already know, Hot Toys or just a lot of the figures are not exactly cheap. So this one is $305 if you want to pre-order this. I don't know how long it's gonna remain available. I am pretty sure there's gonna be a high demand Hot Toy. It's still available for pre-order. The movie hasn't come out yet, so when The Flash comes out on June 16th, I'm sure a lot of people are gonna want this even more. Again, I haven't seen the movie, but basically everyone online that I've seen some kind of reaction of The Flash, they have all loved the movie. I haven't heard a negative reaction or review of the Flash, but I'm thinking that once people watch the Flash and uh, obviously see this scene or the multiple scenes with Michael Keaton as Batman, I think a lot of people are going to want this. So it's $305 and expected to ship between July and December of 2024. So you definitely got to be patient with a lot of these pre-order Hot Toys. So there you go. So we have that one here, and let's see. So again, that was the Batman Keaton hot toy from the Flash, and we do have another one that was announced just this week. So this is the other Batman hot toy that was announced on Thursday. So it's been a few days or so, and there's a few pros and cons regarding this one. So after the announcement of the Keaton hot toy, I and I'm sure a lot of Batman fans were really motivated and really um, thinking of the idea. Like I now want my own iteration of each Batman film hot toy. I don't know if I'm actually going to do that, but that sounds very appealing to me after this. So that Batman Michael Keaton from The Flash, and I was expecting this one. So this is supposed to be the Ben Affleck hot toy from The Flash. So all these two, like I said, these two Batmans are from The Flash. And this is the one that they just released or announced. So there's a couple issues with it. So again, we have this image that you can see here. Now, the only reason why we're saying that it's the Ben Affleck Batman is because of what we've seen in the trailer. So he's on the Bat Cycle. There's like one scene that we've seen um, in the trailer where we believe it's Ben Affleck as a Batman, or at least with the suit. Um, I've been reading and hearing things that maybe this is not really Ben Affleck's because the likeness of Ben Affleck is not there. Even in this shot right here, I believe Ben Affleck has like a dimple or something, and he has like a scruffy look, like some kind of a beard going on there, and just the dimple alone, it doesn't seem like it's Ben Affleck. They don't have a head sculpt like Michael Keaton. They don't have that for this one. So again, it doesn't look like Ben Affleck, and I've been reading and hearing that it's possible that Hot Toys or Warner Brothers didn't have the rights anymore, the likeness of Ben Affleck anymore, because Ben Affleck is just not going to be Batman after this. So that's a possibility, or maybe Hot Toys hasn't, or Warner Brothers hasn't reserved the rights yet for the likeness again for Ben Affleck's likeness when it comes to toys or figures or whatever. But I mean, that wouldn't make any sense. Why wouldn't they do that already? Especially when the Flash was going to come out, and then obviously Ben Affleck was going to be in it as Batman. So there's that. So if you put that to the side and you don't care that this doesn't look exactly like Ben Affleck, it's a very cool looking Batman for sure. So it looks very cool. I like the way it looks, and I'm getting ahead of myself right there with the pricing. So it looks really cool, at least to me. Um, but like I said, it's not Ben Affleck. So there's the pros and the cons. Now there is the Bat Cycle that is also announced. So we have this one. So I'm just showing you the price here, but I want you to see the Bat Cycle. So this is the Bat Cycle from the Flash movie, and I mean it looks like what we've seen in the trailer. So if you actually want to get this quote unquote Ben Affleck, a Batman from the Flash, is going to cost you $290 plus whatever shipping taxes or whatever it is. Expected to ship between July and December 2024, just like the Michael Keaton Batman from the Flash. They also sell the Bat Cycle by itself. So if you just want the Bat Cycle alone, you don't want this Ben Affleck Batman or quote unquote Ben Affleck Batman or stunt double Ben Affleck Batman hot toy, you can get the Bat Cycle because the Bat Cycle looks really really cool, and I believe you can use. I mean, you could put another hot toy, another Batman. I believe you can do that. It wouldn't be, you know, consistent with the Batman universe, or the different the Batmans with their vehicles and so forth. Like if you were to put the Christian Bale Batman hot toy on top of this, it wouldn't be accurate with the movies, because obviously Christian Bale's Batman, he has the Bat Pod, which looks different, quite different. But if you just want the Bat Cycle, it's $410. Again, expected to ship between July and December of 2024. Now, if you want both, you want this Batman and the Bat Cycle together, it's going to run you $665. Expected to ship between July and December of 2024. So again, I like this look. Just looking at this image here, this looks really, really cool to me. But when you look at the details, it's not Ben Affleck. So I don't know. If you're a big Batman fan and you don't care that this guy doesn't look like Ben Affleck, or maybe you're a big Batman fan but you don't really care, or maybe you didn't really like Ben Affleck, so maybe that's a good thing for you. You just like the Batman of it, not the Ben Affleck part of it, the Batfleck of it. So that's kind of the decision that you have to make if you want this particular Batman. But going back here, this Michael Keaton one looks great. I am, of course, tempted in getting this. I still don't know if I'm going to get this, but because again, hot toys are expensive. But this looks really, really cool, and I will be more excited if this actually looked like Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck isn't even my favorite Batman, but I would have liked a Batman hot toy that looks more like Ben Affleck, because this is more about continuity and so forth. So there you go. So that's it. So that was the figures talk that I had here. So the other thing that I was going to talk about here today is there is the information that we heard earlier this week about um, Miles Morales possibly being in live action or in the MCU. There's a report that came out earlier this week. I'm going to use the one from Screen Rant, but before I do that, all this information, all these reports, information is coming from Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, a film that just came out. So that's my grade. I already posted this on Instagram. So I watched it on Friday. Uh, Considering the system that I have with the movie canon, see it, stream it, skip it, I'll still say this is a C. I gave it a B minus, and in my Instagram post regarding the grade, I did put a little asterisk. I forgot to add it here, but there was an asterisk with the see it. So, and then the asterisk was because everyone and their mom seemed to really, really like this movie. So I haven't seen any any indication at all of any negative review at all or reaction to this movie. So my B minus here is because I didn't love the movie, just like the first one, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I thought it was a decent movie. That it wasn't too bad, but I didn't think it was great, and I didn't think it was among the greatest of the Spider-Man movies either. Um, so a lot of people are saying that this particular one, these Across the Spider-Verse. People are saying that is not only the best Spider-Man movie, is not only the best comic book movie. I'm hearing it's the best movie of all time now for a lot of people. I don't agree with that at all. Like I said, you can B minus there. Like I said, I'm not going to go into a whole review of this movie. There was some problems that I had with the film, especially the third act. The last like scene or so seemed a little. We've seen this before type of thing. Like I said, there's always an issue when it comes to storylines. So okay, and I did think it was a little too long for what it was as well. So this is one part Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. if you loved and you like the first one, then of course you're really gonna like this. You're gonna like this a lot more than I would. You'll probably give it an A, A plus, A minus, whatever the case. Um, to me, it was kind of like the same, like the first Spider-Man, Into the Spider-Verse, kind of about the same there. So not bad. Just I don't think it's as great as everyone is saying, and I still had a lot of problems with this movie. But I'll still say see it, grade B minus. So there you go. Okay, so the main thing that I want to talk about here today in this Met Report episode, and we have this information that we got earlier this week. So again, this is coming from so I think it came from the premiere of Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. So this is from Screen Rant, the website there, and we have here producer Amy Pascal talks about the possibility of a live-action Miles Morales movie happening in the future. One of Marvel's beloved web slingers is getting ready to swing back to the big screen as Miles' adventure continues in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. The highly anticipated sequel will not only take Miles' story further, but go deeper into the larger Spider-Verse. Okay. Um, so we have here, with Miles' popularity, again, I'm reading the article here, having increased thanks to the Spider-Verse franchise, many have been wondering when Sony will actually adapt him into live action. It appears the studio is getting closer to making that become a reality. In a new interview with Variety, Pascal, which is a producer, a longtime Spider-Man producer, and former co-chairperson of Sony Pictures, was asked about the chances of a live-action movie for Miles, which also bringing up the chances of a Spider-Woman project. Though Pascal didn't give away specifics, she teased strongly that the word "will see all of it," sharing the following. Okay, so we have, even if Sony hasn't announced an actual live action Miles Morales movie yet, Spider Man Across the Spider Verse may already be setting it up. In one of the most recent Across the Spider Verse trailers, the new villain Spot briefly visits Sony's Spider Man universe, which is the franchise for. And then I'm going to get into some spoilers, so I'm going to stop there. Because I don't want to, talk about any spoilers in this, because, I mean, it's not a spoiler review, but there's some information from this producer, Pascal. Um, and I think I said Pasquale earlier, but it's Pascal. And some of the information here, she's being a little vague, but there's a lot of what do you call it? There's a lot of like nuggets, I guess, little points, little scattered clues throughout her interview and in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and if you've seen the other Spider-Man MCU movies with Tom Holland. There's a lot of things in there that will make you believe, and based on all this information, with the totality of all this information, I do believe Miles Morales will make an appearance in a live-action Spider-Man movie, and most likely, or specifically, in the Spider-Man MCU franchise. Um, there's again, I'm not gonna go into spoilers, but there's a scene or a moment in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I'm not gonna give you the context of it. I'm not gonna tell you the details of it. If you've seen the movie, I think you know what I'm referring to. But there's a moment in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse that to me confirms many things regarding Miles Morales in a live action, specifically MCU movie. And with that, I'll uh, I'll agree that there will be a Miles Morales uh, appearance in a live action Spider-Man movie, and I do think it'll be in the MCU. Uh, right now, Spider-Man 4 with Tom Holland, it's on hold because of the writer's strike. So they will eventually get back to working on that movie. I don't think it's going to come out like they initially said. I think they said it was supposed to come out like in 2024 or something, which that's not going to happen now. So probably 2025, 2026, we'll see Spider-Man 4 with Tom Holland. And from my understanding, they are making another trilogy of Spider-Man movies with Tom Holland. That's my understanding of it. I don't know what the agreements are with Sony and Disney and Marvel Studios. So it looks like they are still considering or are still moving forward with the partnership they already have. So I do expect Spider-Man 4 another trilogy with Tom Holland. Tom Holland is still very young; that he can do another three Spider-Man movies, another trilogy. So I have a Spider-Man saga with Tom Holland, and within that, I'm sure we'll get a Miles Morales in there. I don't see why not. I mean, Miles Morales is very popular now since Spider Verse is getting even more popular with just this big opening of Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, making $120 million domestically and in total $208 million internationally. So yes, I do expect Miles Morales. Now, depending on the partnership that Sony has with Disney Marvel Studios, um, it'll either be with the MCU or Sony could still make a live action Miles Morales Sony a movie just like they have with Venom. Uh, so they might, I mean, they could do that. Either way, I do expect the Miles Morales live action Spider Man a movie. And this is just information that came out earlier this week and plugging in all the points. That's my speculation there, right? And then the other reason why I kind of grabbing these nuggets of information or whatever and coming up with a conclusion that yes, Miles Morales will be in a live action Spider-Man movie, most likely an MCU movie, is because of announcements that I've saw or reports that I saw years ago, like a year before Spider-Man No Way Home came out. I think they didn't even have a title yet. Um, there was a report that Alfred Molina was going to be in the new Spider-Man movie with Tom Holland. That's referring to No Way Home. So that was like a year, probably more, before the movie came out. So we already knew that there was some kind of multiverse thing going on when it comes to the MCU, and then there's that report that Alfred Molina was going to be in it. In my mind, okay, so why would this Doc Ock be in Tom Holland's Spider-Man movie unless there's a multiverse thing going on with Spider-Man and that they're going to bring in Tobey Maguire. So that was my first confirmation, at least in my mind, that there's going to be a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man in this new Tom Holland Spider-Man 3, which turned out to be No Way Home. So that was like a year over. That was like a year or over a year before that movie came out. And then just like a couple months later, maybe like a month later, there was reports that Electro, Jamie Foxx, was going to reprise his role as the villain in that Spider-Man movie that turned out to be No Way Home. So to me, it's like, okay, well, okay, so then we're gonna get Andrew Garfield too in this movie. None of that was confirmed. None of that information was confirmed. There was just rumors everywhere. A lot of people had the same theories as I did. They're bringing Toby and Andrew in this Spider-Man multiverse type of movie. Again, that turned out to be No Way Home. So kind of those little pieces of information I'm kind of gathering here. And again, some of the information regarding Miles Morales live action is coming from some information in this movie, Across the Spider-Verse, that I don't want to get into because it's kind of spoilery. So I don't want to talk about that right now. So yeah, so those are my thoughts on that. So again, that's a Spider-Man, Miles Morales. I do believe that there will be a Miles Morales live action version coming soon, either part of the MCU or standalone with Sony. So those are my thoughts of that report, that rumor there. So let's see here. So I already talked about the Funkos and so on, or the Hot Toys. So I talked about the Hot Toys, the Batman Hot Toys, and now I'm going to announce the new movie canon giveaway, and this is what we have here. So I'm going to do this giveaway, the Spider-Man 1223 Funko, a pop from Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. So that's going to be the next giveaway. So I'll give you guys details on my social media, on Instagram, specifically on Instagram. The details, same requirements with everything. There's the minimum entries that I'll need to activate it, and then there'll be for sure a winner. and must be a subscriber to this channel, The Movie Canon, or must be following The Movie Canon Instagram page. So one or the other. If you do both, then your name is entered twice. So just read those details when it comes to getting your name entered more than once, because there's a lot of things that you can do within the channel on the Instagram page of The Movie Canon that gets your name entered more than once. So, but the minimum requirement is either a subscriber or an Instagram follower to The Movie Canon. And also, you must have a mailing address within the United States. That's always been like that, because I can't really ship out anything out of this country. Is gonna cost me an arm and a leg to try to do that. So that's why I only say has to be within the United States. So if you have that, then you can possibly win this. So just follow the instructions. Like I said, I'll announce that information. I'll post the information, the details, and you can officially enter once I post that on my Instagram page. So, subscribe to the YouTube channel, The Movie Canon, for future content and more giveaways. Follow the Instagram page, and then we'll go ahead and get your name entered. You can possibly win some cool stuff. There's some other big giveaways that I'm doing later. I'm possibly thinking of doing the Spider-Man game whenever we know the release date. I believe it's supposed to come out sometime in the fall, but we don't have a release date of that yet. So I'll keep you guys posted. Subscribe to the channel, and all that stuff. So there we go. The other thing here is last couple of days ago, I went to the Monster Palooza in Pasadena, and I got a few autographs from those horror icons, and Robert Englund. Freddy Krueger was supposed to appear to the 3 days at Monster Palooza, June 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. And on Friday, June 2nd, like hours before the first night was going to open for Monster Palooza, we get a message that Robert Englund was positive for COVID and he was not going to be able to appear for Monster Palooza. So I didn't get his autograph, or I didn't get to meet him. So I'm sure a lot of people were disappointed. I mean, I was, because that was the whole reason why I was going to Monster Palooza. But I mean, ultimately, it became into a much bigger thing. There were some other guests, or guests who appeared at Monster Palooza that I was able to meet, like Ken Kissinger, who played Jason in Freddy vs. Jason. So I got his autograph. I hadn't had any Jason actors to sign any of my Funkos, so he was able to do that. So at least I got that, and then I got to meet and talk to Dead Meat again, the YouTube channel, Chelsea and James. So that was cool, and it was cool after all. It's always nice to go there and record and see all these cosplayers, cosplaying and all that stuff, and a bunch of horror arts and so forth. That's kind of crazy sometimes. And I did a little shorts. I did a few shorts videos on my channel, so check those out. I've only posted like 4 of them. There's a lot of footage that I have, so I'll be posting a lot of that from Monster Palooza. It was fun. I always do think those are fun, even though I have to be in line the majority of the time. But overall, it's nice. I do like it, especially if you're a big horror fan and so forth. So again, everyone, subscribe to the YouTube channel for future contents and future giveaways. Thank you for everyone for watching this. I don't have anything else. So again, the Funko giveaway will open very, very soon. I'll give you guys details on my Instagram page, so definitely keep an eye out for that. So that'll conclude today's Met Report episode, and thank you so much for watching. If you watched this live, that was perfect. That was great. I really like to see more people on the live stream so we can interact a little bit here. If not, it's perfectly fine. Thank you for watching it if you watched it after the fact. And that's it, everyone. So thank you, and I'll see you guys next time.